Hey guys, it's Tennessee Redneck here again. Today I'm going to show you how to change the alternator in a 2002 Chevy Tahoe. It's a pretty easy job, you know, it requires just minimal mechanical ability and skill to get it done. It's really easy to get to, and you don't have to have very many tools to pull this off. You need a 10mm wrench, a 16mm socket, and a ratchet, and a flathead screwdriver, and also a tire tool or something that's got kind of a flat end on it so that you can get underneath the alternator and prise it up once you get the bolts and stuff took out of it. And because it sits down into these little grooves down in there, you'll see here later on in the video. And also a rubber mallet to pack it back down into those grooves again with the new one. Also, there's a little trick I'm going to show you guys here that might just save you a whole lot of time. With the serpentine belt and stuff on there, I take a little bungee cord and tie it up around to keep it tied up around the other pulleys, because if it falls off those pulleys and everything, if anybody's ever dealt with that, you know it's a little bit complicated when you're trying to figure out how all that thing runs around through there. So, like always, if you like this video, be sure and hit the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. Excuse me. And you know, if you have any comments or questions or anything like that, be sure to leave that down there in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, thank you. All right, guys, we want to do a little how-to video today and show you how to change the alternator on a 2002 Chevy Tahoe. Alternator is just right here where you get to it pretty easy, and this bolt here is a 16mm. It's got one here, get over here, and another one right here. And then I take these wires and stuff loose here on the back of it. But before we do any of that, we need to take the positive battery cable off so that we don't short anything out. And also we took this part right here off, but kind of get in here to it better. It's just a flathead screwdriver holding the clamp on here, and it pulls off from right here, part of the air filter, air cleaner. We're going to take it off right over here on this side so this whole piece will pull off and give us plenty of room to get in there and get working. And then, see if we can see it over here. This tensioner pulley here. It's got 16mm bolt on the inside up here as well that don't come all the way off. And you know what you do, get the wrench on there, and then we'll push it back over to that way to loosen up the tension here on the pulley so we can take the belt off up there. And if we happen to lose track of how it all fits on here, there's a diagram right here for the way the belt and everything fits back onto the car. But also, it's a good idea, I would try to get in there and take a picture of it as well. Might be able to see a little better detail of it. Alright, we'll get it off. I'll do another little, we'll be right back and show you how it looks then. Alright, here we are again. We got the alternator off, and got it back ready to put the other one on. Now, one of the things I wanted to show, might make it a little bit easier. Instead of taking this belt completely off, I just pulled up on the tensioner to loosen up the tension on the belt. I pulled it off the alternator that was up here, and then I took a small bungee cord wrapped it around it and held it up tight, so that way it's still around everything down there that it needs to be. And when we get the alternator back on, we just slide it back up there on it without having to rerun everything. And also, which is something that was hard to see when this is plugged on the top of the alternator, it was hard to see it around the back here, because it fit right down here and behind, and you couldn't hardly see it. So you'll have to get something, or maybe you might be able to get it with your fingernail or a little flat screwdriver to be able to ease it up. Just don't do it too hard, because if you break this little thing here, it's not going to want to stay on there. And also with this wire here, back here, and this bolt here is a 10 millimeter for the wrench, in order to loosen that up, to take that off. And then it didn't want to, in order to get it out, it was fit down in here snug in between with these bushings, so it's kind of tight. We just took the little tire tool here, or one-way lug wrench as I always call it, kind of slid it up under the edge of it and just gently pried it up to where it come loose. Alright, we got the alternator stuck back on here. Again, when we put it down in here, it fit real tight and snug in between there, so we had to do a little bit of persuading with the rubber mallet up here, just kind of pack it down here in place. Line up the bolt holes on both sides again, got them both back in there tight. There we got both this wire here back on. Like I said, that's 10 millimeter. And I'm not sure if I can get the render to where you can see how that latches in there or not, but it latches back in behind here, and you have to pop that little catch up there to pull off the wire. But now we're back ready to put the belt back on, and which shouldn't take too long, because like I said, we got it fixed up here so it didn't come off all the pulleys down through there. And then we got to put the air intake air back off again for the breather. And again, and we on a different note, one of the things here, if you notice, I got this uncovered. This will be in another video here. Got this ordered right now. This whole fuse box here seems to have a short in it, and when this is plugged in, it'll run my fuel pump all the time. So it was running and causing the relay here to get hot, shut the car off. You can't find this thing at a dealer or anything. They've discontinued it, so I had to order it off eBay, or you might be able to get it off of at a junkyard somewhere. The whole thing is like 20 bucks, but it's kind of hard to find. But anyway, that'll be another video. Just wanted to point that out, and we get everything put back together. I'll show you how it looks again back together.